Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another exciting episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a chief burrito because he loves the combination of chicken and beef. He is Rob Bass, and you are not. And in the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up Boston, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. 3 continents down, 3 more to go. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us. No, you see, our 2 special guests with us tonight are a brother tag team that recently made their debut in 1CW. That's right, 1CW, the home of several people like Pure Ignorance, Red Dog, and of course our own Rob Bass. Everybody, welcome to the show, Damian Gray
Salem.
and Salem Gray. Wait, is this thing working?
Yeah.
Damian Gray and Salem Gray, the brothers Gray.
Yes.
Woo!
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Salem actually remembered your name, just that my volume was acting up over on my side. So I was trying to get it up real quick.
I go by many names. Whatever you're gonna call me tonight is what we're gonna call me.
Sincerely apologize for that, gentlemen. Please don't tag team maneuver me whenever I get to 1CW. I don't want that. Not at all. But yes, everybody, the 2 gentlemen here that you're seeing here, Salem Gray, Damian Gray, the brothers Gray. Trust me, one of the most hard-hitting tag teams in the Delmarva area, as Rob likes to call it. Rob, you better call these guys, matches down the middle, or else they're going to be coming out.
Yeah, I've run through their matches. I know. I ain't getting on their bad side.
I can tell you right now, we at Ringside Side, we don't cover butt whoopings, man. So if you get yourself involved in that, that's on you. But gentlemen, how y'all doing tonight, man?
Good. It's both an honor and a privilege to be here, you guys. It really is. From the bottom of our hearts. Thank you guys for having us on.
No. Thank you guys, because I mean, the fact that you guys, entrusted us with actually, having you on our show for you to tell your story and tell the masses, that is the viewers and listeners that are tuning in. That means a lot to us as well. So we really and truly appreciate that as well. It's always a pleasure to talk to somebody from the Delmarva area, man. Y'all got a lot of talent down there, man. Jeez, Rob, I'm jealous of you too, man.
Yeah. Working down there has been awesome.
Yeah.
Huge shout outs to Sean Hardy, Carlson, our trainer Miguel, who showed us that market. It's so cool. The locker room down there is awesome. The guys are cool, and the talent's amazing. Sitting there behind the curtain, in front of the curtain before in our yesteryears, watching everyone do work is amazing.
That's cool. So I take it, where are you guys originally from?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yup. Born and raised, Sin City boys.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all the way from way over there, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Comfort zone, man. We could have stayed in Vegas, enjoyed our valley, been next to the mountains, but you don't grow, you don't become bigger, you don't become better. So we said, what market do we need to be at? And so we found this Napa area, and we were like, let's tackle it. Head on, let's go.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, the East Coast. So with the East Coast, it's one of those like kind of markets where you can wrestle in like several. The way it's situated, you can wrestle in like several states. You can wrestle in, of course, there's the Delmarva area, which is Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, DC. But then, if you're really that motivated, you could also wrestle like in New Jersey, which isn't that far. You could wrestle in New York. I mean, you guys probably know this already. Heck, you could probably wrestle in Massachusetts and Rhode Island if you really want to. So you got a lot of states.
We're currently located up in the Mount Pocono region, so we're
slowly moving down that Atlantic coast, down towards
coastlines. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. So tell us, man, like, how did y'all become fans of professional wrestling? What was the match that got y'all to tune in every week?
Salem could start this one.
So we moved around our entire lives. We're born in Vegas, but we grow up in just about every major city that holds hotels. when we were in middle school, we got a chance after, you know, some after school curricular situations had us have to lock down our time frame a little bit more. Yeah. So we got into, we were in Orlando, Florida at the time. And being in Orlando, Florida, you get a text that says, hey, man, they have this free event you can go to. It's at the back of Universal Studios lot. Just got to wait in a line. And, you know, it's going to be a wrestling match if you guys want to go. We were like, a wrestling down here? Like, all right, cool. Yeah, let's go check it out. We got to go see TNA Impact live for almost 2 years straight. Yeah. And being there in the OG Impact Zone, watching Main Event Mafia, watching the LAX come out, the World Cup with Eric Young and Petey Williams still representing Team Canada. Like those were the matches, the X Division, watching guys both big and small all competing their own style, their flair. Yeah.
So that's to answer your question. And the long story short, TNA is what got us into wrestling. Being able to go watch live events for a year, 2 years, we would literally run home, finish our homework, show Mama T. She would drive us to City Walk, drop us off, give us a cell phone, a little flip phone, call me when it's over. 2 little grays running through City Walk to go stand in line so we could get on the rail. It was awesome. That's what got us hooked. Yeah.
That's awesome. Y'all got like one of the coolest moms ever, man. The fact that
we know.
Finish. Y'all be like, finish your homework, and then you can actually. You know, that's pretty cool though. Yeah. That's pretty cool, man. You know, not a lot of parents. You know, some parents. They tend to like, nah, that's foolishness. No, go do something else. Don't, you know, go do something, you know, go watch cartoons. I'm not taking it to no wrestling event, you know, but that's really pretty cool that y'all's mom did. So I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna jump the gun because normally it's the part where I ask how y'all became wrestlers, but what was her reaction when y'all said, Mom, we're gonna become wrestlers? Finally. And then she sees the little boys in the ring beating up people. Like, what was her reaction?
Finally, because this is something Salem and I have been talking about since I was 19 and in college, and he just graduated.
Congratulations.
We put our foot into it a little bit when we were younger, and then it just didn't come to fruition. We didn't pull the trigger. We didn't do it. Then I went to college, did that, joined the military, did that, and then while I was doing that, he was off doing his thing.
I was living in Europe. I was living here in the States and out in the California area, and I played professional lacrosse from 19 onwards till 24. So we chose some other dreams that we have, because I mean, if you ain't got a lot of dreams, what are you doing here, man? So we took the first ones we could put a pin into. And then for us, you know, time finally came where we were in an area. We met a great teacher with Miguel Del Barrio. Yep. We got attached with his school and with his company up here, Frontier Pro Wrestling. And then from there, you know, Mama T just looked at us and we were like, we're going to do this. We're going to pull the trigger. Like, our contracts are up for what we were doing. And this is where we want the next portion of our life to be at. She said, finally, I'm happy to see you guys finally getting after your dream.
Both Mama T and Papa Gray, both of them are hugely supportive of it. And it's cool to have our family back us like this. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That's very great. I got to say, Damien, congrats. I mean, not congrats, but thank you for serving from one, you know, military veteran to another, because I did 7 years in the Navy. Yeah. Japan and North Carolina were my 2 places I was stationed at. I just got to say thank you for, you know, stepping up and serving your country. I know it wasn't easy.
Well, the cool part is that it's kind of like a tradition. Both Mama T and Papa Gray were both in the Air Force too. So it's when I went Army, that was a fun conversation with my 2 Air Force parents. But we did it. We did it.
Well, my stepdad was like, "Go Navy. Navy's good, you know, or Air Force." And he was in the Army. I'm originally from Guyana, which is in South America, but he was in the Army over there. But he was like, yeah, go Navy. Trust me, you'll like it. And he was like, if not Navy, go to the Air Force. I'm like, you know, I want to travel a lot, and I heard the Navy goes to a lot of cool places. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Navy. Boom, and that one.
Yeah, my parents were they had interesting questions when I said I wanted to go Army, and my, you know, smart ass remark when I was a kid was, well, I actually want to do something. And then Uncle Sam made me do a lot of things, so I got what I asked for.
Yeah, it's an experience. It was definitely an experience. One I'll always look back at with a smile, and for the most part, and I'll never forget. But yeah. So how did y'all? So y'all went to You see, y'all said y'all went to Frontier, right? Which is a wrestling school, correct?
Yep, Frontier Pro Wrestling up here in just outside of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, up in Long Pond. Miguel Del Barrio, we went to one of their shows as fans, and he was talking about his school, the Northeastern Elite Wrestling Academy, and it's just, we literally pulled him aside on intermission and was like, what do we got to do? who do we got to talk to? Where do we got to go?
Awesome. Yeah, I saw that match. I mean, not the match. I saw that photo, and I was like, wait, there's a third guy?
Yeah,
Are these guys really stable? And I'm not. What do you do, like two of them? And I'm like, yeah, who's the third guy? And I not heard his daughter even wrestles too. So
yeah, Sage Del Barrio, she's awesome. She's in the ring with us all the time, and we're a lot older than her, and she holds it down. Not gonna lie, she holds it down.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think y'all got a good thing as a stable going on, man. Y'all might want to, keep that going.
Children of Del Barrio, maybe.
You had to keep up with a little bit of product coming in.
I'm just saying, y'all got a cool. Y'all look great as a stable, and yeah. Rob, once he does, might want to watch out, man, because these guys, yeah, it's good. It's going to be havoc being wreaked, but yeah. So the whole tag team, the Brothers Gray. Did y'all from the inception decide that we're brothers, we're gonna tag team, or were y'all like, yeah, I'm gonna do my thing, you're gonna do your thing, and then we'll probably get later on.
So our all-time favorite tag team, I think that we can both say, is Motor City Machine Guns. And watching how they moved in the ring, and like I also seeing their singles career between Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, you're like, man, these guys are so individualistic, but when they mesh together, man, it forms into something so beautiful. And so we knew from the get-go from our career, once we started really, really locking into wrestling as our favorite medium, we were like, no, we got to do this together. Like we've been together from every state we've ever lived in. We've been moving, we've been traveling together. Like it meant everything in the world for us to go out and go through that curtain together.
Yep.
That's what we needed.
And then, growing up, obviously, we watched the Great Brothers, the Hardys, Young Bucks, rest in peace, Jay, the Briscoes. We watched a lot of, because we watched more TNA, ROH growing up. So watching all of them was hugely influential. Seeing other brothers before us do it, and we're like, we got this. We're a little bit taller than them, a little bit bigger than them. I think we could do something with this.
Right. Surprisingly enough, the Dudleys too, because it may have just been for them on screen, but we're multicultural. So seeing them come out with the level of confidence they did, let us walk through our lives knowing that, people weren't going to tell us shit and we weren't going to take shit. We're happy with who we are and we love being who we are.
Yep.
And we're gonna move forward like that.
I did not know that when I first saw, because I saw what was that? So I saw like a story or a reel, and it was like the history of the Brothers Gray. I'm like, Rob, they're not black. I would not have even known. I would be like, okay, the Brothers Gray,
That's actually how the last name came about.
Half white,
half white, and half black. They were gray.
That was what I was thinking too, but I was like, I can't.
It's on the nose. You're good with it.
Yeah, man. But you're right. Some of the best tag teams have actually been brothers. You got the Hardys, the Young Bucks. One of my favorites, the Steiner brothers. Even Harlem Heat. And now you got the Usos killing it, and they're twins, and they're yeah. So that's man, y'all definitely got a good thing going there. And it's funny y'all mentioned the Motor City Machine Guns, because I'm also a fan of theirs too. And then when they split up, I always had this theory of like, I wonder how things would be if they teamed with Kushida, because Kushida and Alex Shelley, they were attacked. Yeah. And then I always wonder how Kushida and Sabin would get along in the ring. And lo and behold, Chris Sabin and Kushida were in the tag team tournament in Japan. They meshed together just like the Time Skippers did. And then they had that one time match where they came out as, and people were wondering what they were going to call themselves. Lo and behold, they were called Time Machine, and they did well against Violent by Design. So that's a great tag team that y'all enjoyed, that y'all named as well too. So so y'all have wrestled in 1CW, and y'all did y'all thing. Hella impressive. Rob, I'm actually jealous of you because, man, you get to see all these great wrestling. I'm stuck here in Brooklyn, New York, and my work schedules, I can't even get to really see much of a wrestling show. But what are some other places y'all are hoping to, like, wrestling. I know definitely you might. You're probably thinking Las Vegas because you've seen places like FSW. You got Versus Pro out there. I don't know if there's much of a wrestling scene there, but you're probably thinking about going back and like, hey, look what the hometown boys have become. We're gonna show y'all what it is and what's up. But what are some other places y'all are hoping to wrestle in the near future?
So up here, especially, obviously, we want to hold it down for FPW, Frontier Pro Wrestling. We want to move up around the NEPA area. Smash Masters is great. High Tension is awesome. Luckily, someone who you had on a couple months ago, Dennis, we're going down to Virginia in March and April. We'll see what we get to do. See a little bit of what happens. Yes, Ryan, we'll try to make it to Vegas when we can, but right now we like the talent we see up here. We like the tag teams we're seeing up here, and we want to cut our teeth up in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys can make your way to Battle Club Pro, which is our resident promotion here in New York, in Brooklyn, New York. They're pretty good. We've actually had people like Masha Slamovich up here, Darius Carter, some impressive people up here. Hopefully the brothers can make their debut as well. But I will say this, coming up in June, I don't know if you guys have any bookings in June, but there's a thing called the Black Wrestle Fest, which celebrates the contributions that Black wrestlers have made to professional wrestling. I went to last year's own, and hopefully, if your guys' schedule isn't too full, you can actually make that as well too.
I heard you talking to Tiberius about this in the show a couple days ago. That's definitely something we want to look into.
Yeah. Cool. So I just got a couple more questions because I know Rob has a bunch of them for you. So my second to last question is, you guys, you're definitely, you're a tough looking tag team. I wouldn't want to meet y'all on a busy highway at 12 o'clock noon, let alone a dark place at night. But if you guys had to say your tag team style, right? Who would you guys say that inspired your style of tag team wrestling?
That's a good question.
So I think the best way to answer that is kind of describe our individualistic style, because we tried to focus on what made us unique together, and then we want to blend that into something that's unique to us. So people, they're comparing themselves to us. But we definitely have like our favorite singles wrestlers or like individual moments from other tag teams where we want to take some inspiration from. And like with Meme, you see the Muay Thai shorts, you see the gear. I'm all about kicks. We grew up in a small portion of a little Brazil out in Massachusetts for a while. So we were heavily engrossed in the capoeira culture. And we got to enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love that Jenga, man. That's my thing.
Yes. Once we get to move, that's when I start to feel a little loose. I get to throw little kicks and get things flying.
And then with my background, everything's a little bit more strength, concise, suplexes, power moves, a la Samoa Joe, Jeff Cobb right now, stuff like that, as you can see from the wrestling singlet. So the cool part is that with the two different styles, when they mesh together, it looks like music and art. It looks really cool.
That's awesome. So, that's always good when you have like two tag teams, like when you have a tag team where both aren't high flyers or both aren't brawlers or power guys. Like you have one guy that's that's taken to the air, the other guy that's ground mostly. It pretty much complements. So I think that's how me and Rob would probably, if Rob and I were ever form a tag team, Rob would probably be the guy that's flying all around. I'd probably be the guy that's ground, doing the ground and pound or whatnot. I mean, jumping up like them guys, but I leave the moonsaults and stuff to Rob and all that stuff. And I'd probably German suplexing people and so on. That's more my thing. Yeah.
If you guys get a chance to see your way out to Northeastern Elite Wrestling Academy, which is where we're at currently up here. Our training matches get a little intense between our two styles.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It gets a little heavy-handed in there. I'll let you know. We may be brothers, but iron sharpens iron, and we're in there to get tougher.
Yeah. So I think you guys might have been the first brother tag team that we've had. Rob, is it? Like we've had the Renegades, right, Rob? We've had the Renegades. We've had the Goons of Scenic City. But I don't think I think you guys may be the first brother tag team. So normally this would be the part where I'd ask, favorite music to work out to, but I'm gonna leave that question for another interview. And I'm gonna ask y'all, if y'all see two young guys, they're coming up to you like, hey, you guys are cool. Me and my brother want to do the same thing you're doing, man. You guys are so awesome. What advice would you give those two young men if they wanted to do the same thing that the Brothers Gray were doing? Are doing, that is.
I would say if there's ever any time that you get a dream or you get an opportunity to chase something that you truly want to do in this world, take it. Our time's never granted for us. Tomorrow is never promised. So if you get the opportunity to train today, then train today, man. Leave happy. You never know what's going to happen. So if it's something you want to do and your heart's set on it, lean all the way in and take that,
Yeah, I'm more or less the same. Obviously, finish school, do the little basic stuff, get out of high school with the degree and diploma and all that jazz. But my brother's right. If you want to dream, do it. We had a life before us, and we did things we wanted to do since we were children. And now we're continually doing stuff we wanted to do when we were children. There's no way either Gray is laying on a deathbed saying, I wish. And we want everyone to live the same way. Don't live with an I wish. Move how you want to. Even if it's maybe not how everybody wants you to, do what you want to do. As long as it's not harming other people, do what you want to do.
Awesome. So for those of you that are out there, for all the future brother tag teams out there, you just got some advice from a tag team that's actually doing the damn thing and making a name for themselves. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn it over to Rob Bates. I know he has a bajillion questions for you. So Rob, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
What's up,
Thanks, Remy. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing today?
Good, yourself?
I'm well, man. I was excited for today, man. I was ready to roll, man.
So were we,
I was looking forward to
whole day around it. We were so excited.
That's right. So would y'all getting anything crazy today? Or is it just pretty much normal Monday, man?
Normal Monday. Gym, watching the food intake, that kind of thing. Talking to Mama T about some stuff that we got going on here with home renovations, and just literally watching the clock like, well, time to go get ready.
That's right. That's right. So, man, when I was, posting the show and stuff, man, Dennis, man, he wanted me to ask y'all something, man. He wanted to know how y'all feeling from the chops, man. He said that he said, and I quote, did the soul come back from the chops? You know what I mean? I know how Dennis is, man. He's always trying to cannonball somebody and all this stuff, man. But, you know what I mean? Like,
nope.
I have been chopped by that man. Every time at this point, I think that's just how he says hello to me.
Yeah, for real. I think that's just his
high five, right? So, but you know what? My soul came back. I have to appreciate the commentator. He had perhaps my favorite one-liner I've heard in my career.
That was awesome.
He went to go see his ancestors, man. I had to, stop by and say hello, give my rounds and pounds, and I had to come back down. So, next time we see them, all I'm saying is there's going to be a little bit of recoil, boss.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I love to see it. Love to see it, man. So yeah, I definitely had a couple, 1CW fans. They're definitely asking. They're asking questions. They're like, oh man, when was y'all's first match? Who'd y'all face and stuff? We love the Brothers Gray. So y'all make it so man. The fans are loving you. You know what I mean? They, love to boo you. All that good stuff, man. So, yeah, that's awesome, man. At least that, that's great, man. So that's definitely awesome.
Awesome.
Now y'all, you're talking about, you're from Pennsylvania and stuff, man. Is Delaware kind of like the farthest y'all have traveled for wrestling so far?
So far, right now, yeah. Yeah. And it's fun. It's funny because the more we're doing it, the quicker the trip's getting. Especially growing up, majority in Vegas. 4 hours gets you nowhere. So the drive down to Delaware for us is quick.
Yeah.
Now I heard in Vegas, like I've never been there, but I heard to drive in, straight desert. But then it's just like in Fallout Vegas. You start walking, and you see the lights in the background. And it's like, you go there, and then leave. It's desert again.
Right? Absolutely, that's exactly what it is.
Oh man, that's pretty awesome. See, I kind of like want to see that though. I'm a gamer and stuff, man. So I'm like, oh man, I definitely gotta go to Vegas and stuff.
Oh, yeah. We're big gamers ourselves too.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I definitely got some questions I'm gonna ask about, gaming and stuff, y'all's Twitch channel and stuff, man.
Yep.
That's right. So, when's y'all's next show? You're going to be at? Do you have anything coming up this month? It's the end of January, but February, March, April.
Next show we're gonna be present at isn't until March. Yeah, we got Smash Masters March 5th. and then 1CW March 11th. Fortunately, unfortunately, some things are happening with the Grays. More on an introspective kind of deal. Got to hit the gym, make some things right. Kick for me that holiday weight. We all know how that is once Thanksgiving hits and how my Mama T cooks. It's food. So I gotta lose a little bit of Mama T holiday weight, but it is what it is.
Absolutely.
But yeah, March 5th we're gonna be on site for Smash Masters, and March 11th we'll be there for 1CW.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, hit the gym, man, get that holiday weight off, man. I know how that is, man. My mom, she likes the Southern cooking. She cooks with a lot of love and crispy and butter. And yeah, it's like, hey, I go to the doctors. I'm surprised I don't have high blood pressure or high cholesterol yet. You know what I mean? I'm like, they'll test me. I'm like, oh, I know that thing's gonna blow up. They're like, oh, you're good right now. I'm like, woo. All right, I can eat what I want for another year. So
we're not little men. Mom, she fed us whole lives to make us as big as we are.
That's right. So so being up there, in the mountains and stuff, man. Man, you all got like bears and stuff, man. So have you had any crazy travel stories and stuff? Because like down here, man, there ain't nothing. Like possums, raccoons and stuff. But you start going up north and stuff, where y'all are, man. Like, have you ever come across like a Bigfoot or something, or something crazy like that?
Not a Bigfoot. There was one time I was going to the gym late night gym session, and I thought it was a trash can, but it was a bear. So that was pretty interesting. Driving, almost crashed on that one. So there's a whole bunch of critters up here.
I went to college up in Lake Tahoe, so I was surrounded by big bears. These guys are cute puppies to me up here. So when I see them, I'm like, I'm gonna go touch it.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know if I can do all that, man. I probably spoil myself. I see a bear like coming up. Oh man, yeah.
One of the two of us, he is definitely more of the woods sticks. One of the two of us, I see anything on four legs. No, I'm good. If it's not a dog or a cat, I'm good. Even a ferret. No, I'm good. I'm good with the ferret. No, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then bears got me even more paranoid with that movie coming out, Cocaine Bear and stuff. And it was like, oh man, that bear was like the top predator on Earth for however long he was ingesting that stuff. Man, nobody was messing with him.
Yeah, no joke.
That's why I draw.
Oh man,
I with that bear. No.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, yeah. See, that's one of the movies. I'm like, all right, yeah, I definitely gotta go see it. Because I seen snakes on a plane. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll watch this too. So.
Yeah.
So you're talking about parents joining in the Air Force and stuff, and Damien, and you joined the Army. Now did you travel a lot for the Army? Because when I was a kid, my buddy he joined the Air Force, and he was telling me, I'm going to travel the world and stuff with the Air Force. We go everywhere. They stationed him in New Mexico for 4 years, in the desert. So I was like, oh man, did you get to at least travel a little bit,
So the cool and bad thing about it is I went into the Army, but I went into the National Guard in Nevada. Did my 6-year contract there. I traveled amongst the states. Unfortunately, I never got to go overseas and do what I was trained to do. But like I came up to Pennsylvania to do a training exercise, up to Salt Lake City, up near the Bay Area, Fort Irwin a whole bunch of times. So yes and no, especially in the National Guard sense, because my guard time frame was in 2015 to 2021. So especially with everything happening in the world and the country, that last couple years of me being in the National Guard was very interesting, especially with me being military police. A lot of interesting stuff happened. Met a bunch of cool people, Terrell, blah, blah, JoJo. Love those men forever. They saved my life, literally. But that's a whole another discussion we'll have on the next time around. Yeah, so yes, I did travel, but it was all in the lower 48.
Oh, that's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Now, Salem, you were talking about, going over in Europe and stuff, man. So, like, where did you travel over there? Did you get to see, what's that place in England? Oh, man, with the stones.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge, yeah, Stonehenge. Yeah, did you get to check that out, or did you get to Italy and check out those the Colosseum or whatever?
Yeah, I've been so far from me. I've got Spain, I've got Amsterdam, Belgium, France, Germany, and then just layovers between England. I haven't actually gotten a chance to be in and go in, but I spent the majority of my time actually living in Prague, and that's where I played my ball at. And so when I was out there, I played for a lacrosse team called the Istanbul Sultans. And there was a large international tournament that took place in Prague, and they take all the best and number one ranked club teams from that nation and send them out there and do a huge international tournament. So like my opening game was against Poland, our second game was against Ladner up in Canada, our third game was against Bulgaria. So like I met all of these incredible people, and you're sharing a locker room with them too. So at the end of the game, you shake a hand, you share a beer, and I got to meet some of the most incredibly unique and individualistic people that exist in this world, and the amazing opportunity for me, especially at the age I was, to go out there and do it. I was one of the youngest Americans who have been out there, and it was just a gift and a pleasure. Absolutely.
So how big was lacrosse over there in Europe and stuff, man? Was it was it pretty big over there?
Yeah, it's pretty popular. So out here in the States, we play field lacrosse, which is where you see it with the long poles, the 6-foot pole, and they have the full 6-foot net. Out in Europe, because of the condensed space, we play box lacrosse, which is what they play up in Canada as well. It's gaining popularity out here as it begins, developing more. But it's where the rules of hockey came from. We were playing box lacrosse, and then the ground froze over, and everyone grabbed their skates and put the ball on the floor. That's how we got hockey. So it's 1-for-1 rules. Just pick your stick up, put some mesh in it, and toss. Let's go. So we had it was a blast being a part of that. And my very first game out there, when I was rookie running out of the tunnel, I look up and there's people hanging from the rafters, sitting over watching full packed stadiums. I was like, oh.
Now, were they like the soccer fans and stuff? Like when you see the soccer fans, they start doing all those cheers, and then people are like, boo.
You could tell which nation was playing. If you were sitting in the clubhouse, you'd hear the fans, and you're like, oh, Israel's about to score, y'all.
Oh, that is awesome, man. Yeah, man. I'm glad y'all had an awesome time out there.
It was a blast.
Now I do gotta ask, I wanted to ask, about your masks and stuff, man, because y'all have some badass masks y'all come out with. Where did the idea come up for those, man? Did y'all just get inspired by them from somewhere, man? Because they're awesome.
Yeah, we definitely did. When we were growing up, there was a pretty influential video game for us. Mm-hmm. And if you're a fan of old school Xbox 360 or PS3 games,
you know what we're talking about.
It's the Army of Two, man.
I knew y'all were gonna say that.
Yeah,
I knew it.
So that's definitely where we pulled from for our inspiration here, because we were like, man, growing up and getting to play that video game, because you had co-op games and we'd sit down, we'd play Mario Kart together and you're competing against each other. But for us, it was the first time we had a cooperative storyline where I needed to count on him to do his part and he had to count on me to do mine so we could get to the next mission. And playing that game, I think it bonded us a little bit more as brothers, because growing up, we're only 16 months apart.
Yeah.
So we grew up fighting our whole lives. So to find something where you sit down and you're like, I don't care how we felt 10 minutes ago, we have a mission to do. We'll yell about it tomorrow. So it meant a lot for us to be a part of the Army of Two, and that's kind of who we are going through our lives. We're an Army of Two.
That's right. That's right. Ain't nothing wrong, man. Yeah, that game is pretty cool, man. I know. Yeah, I know the game you're talking about, stuff, man. Yep. Speaking on that game and stuff, man, y'all have a Twitch channel you play on, So tell us about that. How did that come about, and what are some of the games you like playing on there?
So we are, although our size may not give it away, we are incredible nerds.
Pop collection.
We got
F1 simulator setup.
We love it. So we're huge into Dungeons and Dragons, role playing games. Anything that makes you feel like, you're in charge and it's your story that you're in. Let's be honest, that's why we're all into wrestling. There's stories, there's amazing moments, there's progression, there's arcs, it's a story that encompasses itself. It's the best manga ever written, but we get to watch it live.
Yeah.
So being games like that, that's definitely where we press with this for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like he was saying, growing up together, button heads. Most of the games we play are like multiplayer role-playing games like Solstice or the Kotar. But we also, the Harry Potter game's about to come out. That's going to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was a huge Harry Potter fan as a kid.
Yeah.
Dark hair, glasses, about that age when it was coming out and popular. Oh, I was Harry Potter for so many Halloweens. It's dumb.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I cannot wait for that game to come out.
Yeah, man. Hogwarts Legacy or whatever. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, when's it come out? It's like March,
February,
April, June, somewhere around there.
February 10th.
Oh, February. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Never mind. Oh,
Like in a week.
Because
yeah.
I'm the nerd of all nerds. I got the 72-hour access. So February 7th, I'll be playing that on my Twitch channel.
Oh, hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I'm definitely going to tune in for that because I'm like waiting for that. So is my brother. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, cause see, I was not, I never watched Harry Potter when it came out, you know, but I never really hated on it or anything. And then it got so long that I never watched it, and all my brother and sister they would make fun of me. And then this past October, my sister and I went to Orlando Universal, and she was like, "Well, I want to check out the Harry Potter stuff." And I was like, "All right, well, I'll watch a couple movies." I was like, "Why did I not watch these movies earlier and stuff, man? Why am I waiting so? Why did I wait so long and stuff?" So when I went there, I knew, yeah, you know, 9 3/4 and all that good stuff. So I was like, I wasn't a complete muggle when I went down there, you know. So I was,
All right.
but it was pretty cool because people were there, you know, they bought wands and they're going up to stuff, you know, like doing stuff like this and all, and them like shoot water or whatever.
That was us.
Oh, yeah, y'all were doing that too? Yeah.
That was us. 100%. We would always
That's right.
say that we are nerds who happen to be good at sports.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's just how it's always been.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You know, hey. Now I do. You all mentioned D&D. Now, see, that's something I've always wanted to get into and all. But you know, like my friends and all, we would try or whatever, want to try, but it's like we would have no clue what to do. We need somebody, you know, like experience, you know, learn off of, man. So like to get D&D, how would you start? You know, going about like as a newbie or whatever, man.
So the game we play as Solasta is actually Dungeons and Dragons full rule set, just pushed into a video game. It gives you a well-curated story where you follow along with what's happening, and you can create the full party. You can go either just yourself or all 4 members. So that would be a good way to start. I started when I was in college because I started watching like Critical Role, Acquisitions Incorporated, just like things while I was doing my homework, and I'd start peeking in and listening in. And then one night with my roommates, we were up in the woods, power cut out. We were sitting there by candlelight in the old days. We're sitting there like, all right, we got no board games, we got nothing. And I pulled out my little starter set, and I was like, we can try it. And then from there, it was just, you know, it was a creative outlet. You get to be who you want to be and interact with anything you want to do. So it's just going in with an open mind and like all the creativity you want to bring into it. And then what you put in is what you get out of the game.
That's pretty cool. So any of y'all the Dungeon Master or whatever, or you know, play as that, or
Actually, there's a guy who is at FPW. His name's Rob, and he actually owns a comic book store. Is part owner of the comic book store up here in Charlottesburg. He's our Dungeon Master, and man, the stories this man whips up is incredible. He's
oh,
an awesome
nice.
Dungeon Master. And he's also part of the show of FPW up here in front too. So Rob, if you need a long distance Dungeon Master, let me know. I might have someone who could help you.
We may have some extra seats at the station.
Yeah.
There you go. Hey man, hey, I'm always trying to ride somewhere. You know what I mean? You know, hey, you know, I'm always riding somewhere, man. Trying to do something. As long, you know, if my beagles can come, you know what I mean? Hey. Yeah, I got 3 beagles. They might be a little noisy and all, but they're good. You know, just give them a treat or whatever. You know, they'd be all right.
All right.
So yeah, they're on your Twitch channel and stuff, man. I was checking it out, and I seen you had KOTOR on there and stuff, man. I was like, yeah, I love that game. I literally like almost every system I get, I download that game for. I literally I have it on my Switch. I'm playing it now on my Switch because I'm like, yo, I can lay in bed and play this game. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, my laptop was cool, but you know, I couldn't really lay down. Yeah. So, when did y'all get into it early, and how many times have you gone through that game?
Xbox original.
Yep.
We played it until the disc broke.
Yep.
Bought a new disc. Played it until the disc broke. Bought a new disc. Eventually, it was out on the 360, so we just downloaded the mobile copy or the hard drive copy. So I'm probably on 4 or 5 different playthroughs.
1 or 2, because I don't have that good of attention. Plus football growing up, but yeah, it's fun. It's cool playing it while we're older because like we can actually sit down and
Process
get into
what's
it.
going on.
But man, just anything Star Wars. Like we say, we're nerds. I have a hilarious Little Gray story. Papa Gray took us out to the movies to watch The Phantom Menace in theaters and all that jazz. And when we were younger, our parents had the VHS version of Cats the musical from England. So I grew up watching plays. Papa Gray takes us to go watch The Phantom Menace. Credits roll. I run down to the bottom thinking it's like a plays casting bow thing, trying to meet Darth Maul, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, man. Yes.
So ever since Little Grays, we've been anything Star Wars we're into. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. Oh, absolutely.
We went home. We took the broom handles off. We were like,
yeah, they go buy us the.
he was like, let me go get you lightsaber so I can sleep again.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, I watched it when I was younger. The original trilogy with my dad. And, him and I, we would communicate with Wookiee sounds. He was be like, you know, we just yelling at each other like that and stuff. I'm like, all right, pal. You know, to this day, you know, still doing that. I remember mom and dad getting us. They weren't lightsabers, but they were these things, and you go like this, and little swords, and they would come out like that. And my brother and I had one. Oh yeah, we were sword fighting. Them things broke like within the first day. Oh. Yeah, man. I remember it didn't even break in half. It was like kind of twisted and twirled up like that, and it just come apart like that. It was like, oh man, well, yeah, whatever. Oh man. So, are there any other games you're playing on there, other than KOTOR?
So, yeah. All right, Dennis.
All
right, Dennis.
Recoil gonna come back a little hard, brother. We'll see you the next time we're in the same company, man. You'll hear us before you see us. Just that one in the back that's gonna get some return.
But back to the matter at hand. Now, like I said, we're going to be playing the Harry Potter game. Of course, we got to run the Army of Two on Twitch. Got to run that back just for old time's sake. Actually, little brother James, blah, blah, put that onto us as an idea, and we're going to run with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And pretty much as it comes out, I saw that there's a new Hitman that just dropped. I'm not down for like Dead Space or horror games. I'm not good with jump scares, obviously. Not a fan. But, yeah, there's pretty much anything that we just find interesting, because if we find it interesting, whoever's watching will find it interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, see, I'm like, I like jump scare. I like scary movies and all, but yeah, the jump scares sometimes would get me. Like, like you're looking at somebody who's never said Beetlejuice 3 times or Candyman or Bloody Mary. Like one time we were on here and somebody tried to say, the B-Man's word 3. I had to cut them all. Stop. Like, oh, we don't need him. We don't need him hot popping up and causing all kinds of shenanigans. Like, oh man, no.
Yeah.
So oh no, go ahead.
Like horror movies, cool with. If it's the game though, because I'm the one controlling it, so like once I start hearing the music get lower and the tension, I get up and walk away. Nope, I'm not gonna be the one that starts this. But if it's a movie, I'll be all right. I'll do one of these numbers and start digging into the seat and all that. But when I'm playing the game, nope, not gonna do that.
That's right. All right, yeah. So Dennis was talking some more on here, or whatever. Oh man, yeah.
Talking some. Hey coach. Hey Sage.
Right.
It's cool, man. Yeah, you got the Brothers Gray versus the front line. That'd be awesome, man.
We'll run it all up and down this coast.
Those are big, strong boys, but like I said, iron's gonna sharpen iron, and we're down for that match any day they want to run it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I know, man. Y'all be chopping each other and stuff, man. Y'all be chopping each other. I swear, man. I even feel it, man. I lose win, and I'm like, woo! Oh man, yeah, I'm good, man. So I do gotta ask, I do know, Damien, you're a fan of The Office and stuff. Salem, are you a fan of The Office also?
Man, for me, like I really didn't watch a lot of TV for a long, long time. I was between playing lacrosse. I also did show choir for all of my life, like 8 hours a day, singing in classes and training, and then moving about like that. So I didn't really see The Office until I was already in college. And at that point, my course load was like, just gets on in the background. Like you turn around, you're like, ha, he spilt the chili. So I got into it a little late, but yeah, I've been enjoying it now that I've been able to sit down and see what I can see about it. I like the story.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. Yeah, I like that show also, man. Yeah. Man, I didn't know you were in chorus, your whole life singing and stuff, man. Because one of my dreams is to make a Michael McDonald cover album, man. And I might need help with that, man. So I'm trying to do that,
Right. I was gonna say it's harder and harder. The more I scream at these fans and they're going at me, man, the more of his voice keeps losing itself.
Oh, I know. Yeah, man. You just gotta be like, I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. Yeah. You just relax, like that a little bit, man. It might be all right. So speaking of, like we're talking about horror movies and stuff, man. Are y'all into any new movies or TV shows y'all are watching right now? Because I always get stuck, watching the same things like comfort shows. You know what I mean?
So right now we're kind of on a little bit of an anime kick. Not gonna lie. Again,
Ooh.
especially with like moving around so much as kids. That's why we're such big nerds, because the video games, the Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, the animes, those traveled with us. Because as we moved, we'd have to get in with different sport teams or choirs, but our fandoms never left us. Yeah. So right now we're watching Vinland Saga. I've been watching Chainsaw Man's a good one that I've been up to right now. Just a whole bunch of the newer animes. Waiting for Demon Slayer to come back out. Jujutsu Kaisen to come back out.
Black Clover.
Black Clover. Finally. Yes.
So yeah, like, and the Crunchyroll account is consistent.
I
can tell you that.
Always running in this house. Always running.
You can come in and we'll be up here working out, and you'll just hear like the full Japanese. We're not even reading the subtitles. We're just listening to it, waiting for the fight scene. Like, oh, we're popping off. So.
That's right. Yeah, man. Man, the animes, my brother, he used to say like Crunchyroll. Yeah, it's a nonstop or whatever, man. He's trying to get me into Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if y'all seen that yet.
Tokyo Ghoul is amazing. I love Tokyo, especially the first season of Tokyo Ghoul. Really good.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he told me. Yeah, he said. Yeah, just like a couple seasons. He said that first one was like real good, man. He was like, yeah, you gotta watch that one. I'm like, all right, man.
Put that on the list.
Yeah, so but yeah, whenever I hear animes, I always try to write it down or whatever so I can catch it, later. Cause I like watching anime also.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, anime's amazing.
Yeah, like because I remember the first anime movie I watched was like I watched Voltron and Transformers when I was a kid because I was born in '82, but I didn't really but it was Akira. I remember this kid came into class and was like, man, telling us about this cartoon and stuff. I remember we were all sitting there like, there's no way there's some cartoon that has that kind of violence, because we were all your Bugs Bunny and all that, man. He's like, I'm telling you, what I mean? So he came in the next day, brought it, and we watched it during recess, and we were like, oh my God, like, yeah, this is awesome. How do we get more of this? Where'd you get this at? Like, oh man. Yeah, anime is just great.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a wonderful community. We wrestle at 2 different anime cons up here in Pennsylvania too.
Oh, okay.
Some of the fans, like wrestling fans, we're our own subset of people, and we're great in our own way. The anime community, like, is just so loving and accepting, man. Like, just to be around those types of people it's a fantastic feeling. It's like nothing else like it.
Now, do y'all do the cosplay when you go up to do the anime stuff?
Not really so much on the cosplay, but when we start talking to some people, they realize that we liked anime when we used to get thrown in garbage cans for liking anime.
Oh man,
I have no hate on those who saw the light during COVID and has now been introduced to anime. Welcome. But nah, because like when you start talking about some old school animes like Cowboy Bebop, Initial D, stuff that's not even in this cartoon style, people kind of are like, oh, y'all been here for a minute.
Like Akira, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was old school, man. Every time I watch that movie, I'll see something different, or I'll be like, oh man, I didn't realize about this part. Oh man, it makes me think, man. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is one of them games or one of them movies.
That's I was gonna say was like nothing that happens in that medium is by accident. Everything is drawn, animated, voiced. So if you see something in the background and it piques your interest, you're like, what does that have to do with something? 2 seasons later on episode 15, that guy comes up and he's like, I've been watching you the whole time. You're like, yo, I knew it was him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Man, it's like those games I play, Persona games, like Persona 4, 3, 5, I don't know if y'all ever played them, man. Those games are like, I love those games, man. They're awesome, Never mind, everything, goes together or whatever, man. They're just great. I just love those games. Yeah, man. Yeah, just the Japanese RPGs, all that, man. Yeah, I've been a fan since, like, when I had my Super Nintendo and they were coming out, big on them, man. I was like, I love Final Fantasy, all that, man. Now, before I pass it on back to Remy, I do want to say, thank you guys very much, for coming on the show, chatting with us, man. I definitely had a blast, talking about, wrestling, anime, all kinds of stuff, man. We're going to talk about Mandalorian or something, next time, because season 3, I think, is coming out soon.
Like there's 3 different
Grogu pop somewhere in that wall.
That's right.
And pop too. Yeah.
So, that's right. Yeah. Next time, we're gonna definitely have to do that. And I wish y'all nothing but the best, man. I hope you keep killing it up and down the East Coast, man. I hope y'all start winning gold. You know what I mean? Start, just doing your things, traveling the country, wrestling everywhere you go. Hopefully you get to Nevada and kill it your hometown too, man.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate that, brother Rob.
Brothers Grass got to say, thank you very much for taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to be on our show. We really and truly appreciate it. It was great having y'all on here. And we definitely look forward to seeing more great things out of y'all. I believe y'all have already made an appearance on AEW, right?
No, we wish one day. We were at AEW, but that was on the other side of the
we were on the
Just
other side of the
loving watching it. Just loving watching it, man. Love the products everywhere. WWE, AEW, GCW, JCW, everything up here. We're just loving taking it all in, and we're trying to get to everywhere we can.
You'll definitely get there. If the way y'all are going, y'all will definitely get there. It's only a matter of time. And then I'll be like, "Yo, Rob, we just had him on the show, man. They're doing big things, man." Hey, don't listen, we've had a lot of people that have y'all watched Royal Rumble last night, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Roxanne Perez was on our show.
Awesome.
The SmackDown before that, the girl that Lacey Evans fought, Jasmine Allure, she was on our show.
That's awesome.
Trust me,
we are so stoked to continually be back. As we're talking about Mandalorian. We'd love to talk about these one day with you guys and the hand signs and all this other kind of stuff. Trust us. You guys are awesome. We really enjoyed being on here.
You guys said there's you got a little brother named James, right?
So I call him Little Brother James. He's someone who I served in the military with. He's literally shorter than us, which is why he gets Little Brother James. We do have a biological older brother as well. He's 15 years our elder. He lives out in California. But yeah.
I was about to say, I thought it was a third grade that was going to be wrestling, man. Let me find out. Shoot.
Man, that's saying we are the Grays, but it's a mentality almost. If you're willing to fight for something you believe in and have somebody stand side by side with you and keep it 10 toes down, that makes you great, brother.
Yep.
Yeah. So would it be safe to say that y'all's special move is called the gray area? I'm not making fun. Or is it called like 2 shades of gray or something like that? Or,
Let's go. So right now, our finisher, which is yet to be debuted. So when you see it, I'm hoping you get that Remy pop from the back. But it's we got the Death Waltz driver. My kick that I used to do the eliminations when I was in that Rumble. It's my go-to. It's my spin. It's a full spinning roundhouse kick to the face, and it's my Death Waltz. And then
I do a Samoan driver variation. So Salem kicks him in the head and rotates into my Samoan driver. And trust us, when you will see it, it's
there ain't no kicking out.
Nope, it's art.
Awesome. We're definitely looking forward to seeing that, man. But yeah, we definitely look forward to seeing y'all doing great things, making a lot of TV appearances, getting to wrestle all over the world as well. I can tell you right now, if you get a chance to go to Japan,
that's our first dream.
Yeah.
Like, granted, being children in America, of course, WWE is the pinnacle of where we would love to go. But being kids who grew up watching TNA, AEW in Japan, absolutely, that's where we would love to go. Just a tour in Japan would be amazing.
I can tell you right now, it is a vibe, and it's just as they say it is. It's that damn good. Also, make sure when you guys go there, I don't know if you guys know, but you got to get your Ribeiro jackets when you go to Ribeiro Steakhouse. You definitely got.
So you can already
love Japanese wrestling.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan's gotten it. So is John Cena. Y'all got to get y'all's too. So
absolutely.
Yeah. So before we shut this show.
We lost him on our side.
He went out. Oh, I see him. Yeah. So yeah, all he was going to do, before he shut it down, are there any, give the fans, your social medias, your next appearances, where bookers can, email to book you for their shows or anything, stuff like that.
Cool. So for
your Twitch channel,
Twitch, we're at twitch.tv/the_brothers_gray. Just is spelled in everything that's in front of us right now. My Instagram, Damian Damian Gray, one word with the underscore.
And then Salem Gray, SALEMGRAY_ from mine. And then if you're any bookers or promoters out there, you can contact us at graybrotherswrestling@gmail.com, spelled exactly how you would assume it would be. And yeah,
Yeah,
man, we're
again,
open for everything. We like
yeah.
to travel. We like to meet new people too, and we like, we thrive in that new environment. So,
And again, we got Smash Masters. We're going to be on site for them March 5th, March 11th. We're going to be there for 1CW. We'll be down for ESPW's doing a Briscoe tribute, 25th of March. So we'll definitely be there for that. And then April Fool's Day, FPW's running their show, first show of the year, April Fool's. Let's go.
it's gonna be a big one.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. That's awesome. Yeah, man. I definitely gotta try and make it up there, man. FPW, man. Check out the shows up there, man.
Oh, they're
Definitely,
awesome.
definitely awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I think Remy, he's having a little technical difficulties over there, and whatever, man. But yeah, but it's all good, So yeah. Anybody, that hears that, they got their social medias and all that, their socials and all that good stuff. Yeah, Bookers, definitely hit them up. What I mean? Yeah, they're a great addition to any locker room or whatever. They are awesome guys. They will go out there, put in the work, and just dominate in the ring. I mean, the fans will love them. Love to hate them, love to love them if that's what they need to do. All that good stuff. So hey, hit
Thank
them
you,
up.
Rob. It means a lot for you, bro.
Appreciate
That means
it,
a lot.
Oh yeah, no problem. Now I know, yeah, Remy's, having a little difficulty over there. So before we do his thing, my social medias or whatever, if you need to get up with me or talk wrestling, want to come on the show. Oh, hey, Remy's back.
Yeah,
Oh no, he froze again. Oh man.
Can't live with
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Can't
yeah.
live without it. Gotta love technology.
Yeah, man.
right?
Yeah. It's live TV. What I mean? Yeah, we got
Yeah,
to
for real.
thing. So oh well, man. Hey, things happen. So yeah, if you ever need to get a hold of me, you want to talk wrestling, Mandalorian stuff, any kind of movies or whatever, you want to come on the show, as a fan, you're a ref, wrestler, ring announcer, anything, whatever, just hit me up. Twitter, Instagram, Rob_Base82, and then Facebook, Rob Base. Now with Remy, you can hit him up. I forget. I think it's at the Remy Blue on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find us, Ringside Society. We have you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Ringside Society. You can find us on Twitch. I think this episode is going to be there with Ringside Society 2019. YouTube, you can find us, Ringside Society. You just look for that sweet, that awesome, yin and yang sign, with the flames around it. Check it out. We got a lot of cool episodes. We're also on Spotify. That when we had the radio show or whatever, all our stuff is on there. We don't have the YouTube stuff on there yet, but we definitely got Spotify going. Yeah, check us out on Facebook, all that good stuff. Like Remy said, yeah, we always got something coming up. You don't want to miss a thing, like Aerosmith in the '90s. So hey, we got to do our thing. So Remy's taking a minute, I guess get on here. So while we're killing time or whatever, man. What do you think about the Mandalorian? What do you think's coming up?
I'm interested.
Season
I
3.
love anything Star Wars. That Obi-Wan series was awesome, but I just want to see where they are going to take the Mandalorian. I like the end of season 2. Thought it was a nice little bow. I wish that Grogu didn't come back in and we would just have just him running his stuff with the black saber. But hey, they haven't done anything wrong yet, Disney. So, well, with the shows,
Yeah, with the shows,
easy
yeah.
with the shows. So I'm interested to see what they do with this.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah. All right.
I just lost my connection, but I just gotta say, for those of y'all that just heard that, definitely make sure you follow the Brothers Gray. They're definitely doing great tag teams to watch out for. So trust me, definitely want to keep an eye on them, and also make sure you purchase the merchandise that they have available as well. So that way, whenever AEW and WWE, somebody's like, the new merch from AEW and WWE. You could be like, yeah, I got stuff from Cinch.
Uh-oh. Are you good? Are you good, Remy? Oh man.
Remy's just playing classic video games. You got that 8-bit.
I know, man. I know. It's that live TV, man. It always messes with us, man.
Hey man, it happens, right?
Yeah. So, man, what did y'all think of Andor, man? Did y'all like Andor?
Haven't made our way around it yet. We watched the first episode and then we had to go to sleep because we had to drive to Delaware the next day.
Oh, okay.
So we just haven't picked it up because since we've been back from Delaware, it's been hitting the ground running, trying to, as Remy happened to mention, merch and all that other stuff that is part of the industry that we're still like trying to get our feet under us and learn. Trying to get all that stuff up and running has been very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Andor yet either. I'm trying to catch up with Moon Knight and Andor. There's the only two I think on Disney Plus right now I haven't seen yet. I think I got all the Marvel and Star Wars stuff pretty much, good to go right now. I haven't caught the new animated shows. Star Wars Rebels, I think they released on there or something. I think
Star
it's a
Wars
good one on
Rebels,
there.
And there's Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and it's like the final season, I guess.
That the
Yeah.
Star Wars Rebels, and there's the new one where it's like following Ahsoka and Obi-Wan. I don't remember the name or if it's even out yet, but it's following Jedi's Count Dooku when he was still a Jedi kind of time frame too. So
Right.
that's also going to be a good watch.
Yeah. I'm definitely I got a lot of stuff, packed into my thing in my queue to watch, man.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh man. Yeah.
The hard
plus side with the travel.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
put it on. He has his running the music or the video. I have mine running the instructions and the directions, and we just drive.
Yeah, because I am ready for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. You know what I mean? I want to see that Kang Dynasty. Because I'm like, all right, yeah, here we go, man. I'm ready to see this.
It's time for this next phase to kick off. Really
get
start
under
pushing
it.
it.
Yeah. Are you good, Remy?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I had to switch locations, but yeah, yeah. So like I was saying, man, yeah, y'all definitely make sure y'all purchase, y'all cop that, Brothers Gray merch. It's always good to support indie wrestling. If you can't make the shows they're at, that's one way you can actually do it. That's by, copping the merchandise that they have as well too. And with that being said, it's about that time for us to shut the show down. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling. That means it's time for dinner.
Yup.
Maybe not, but before we shut this show down, Rob Bass, the Mel Gibson to my Danny Glover, the Bubba Ray to my Devon, and the Charlie Haas to my Shelton Benjamin. Where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out where your next appearances, purchase Rob Bass merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book their shows?
Oh yeah. I already mentioned, just Rob Base 82, Twitter, Instagram, Rob Base on Facebook, and yeah, next show I'll be at is March 11th. 1CW, CCW. I'll be there, reffing or whatever. And after that, I might be at ESPW on March 25th. I might be there, reffing or doing whatever. But yeah, until then, I got the month off. Next weekend I'm going up to CCW. Because I heard Remy's going to be there, trying to form like Voltron. So.
Yeah. So yeah, CCW, the 4th of February. Check it out. They got a lot of interesting people there. You're gonna see the Renegade Twins. You're gonna see, Vita Von Star. Pretty much the whole of the Awakening. You're also gonna see some newcomers like Aisha, who's from Australia, and several other people as well. So definitely make sure you head out there and support CCW and all the greatness that they're doing as well too. As well, shout out to Marcello as well too. Really good guy.
Incredible women and
Yeah,
incredible
dope
athletes.
card,
If
dope
you're
card.
a fan of wrestling at any level, absolutely. If you can make it to that show, I'll tell you, you will not be disappointed. They are fantastic people and workers.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm actually excited. It's my first time going. But for those of y'all watching, if y'all want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool stuff, but who knows, maybe you'll hear me say something that's like, wow, good one, Remy. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook under the alias Remy Blue. And also our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitch at Ringside Society 2019, Instagram and Twitter at Ringside Society. We're on Spotify. We're also on Facebook as a Facebook group. And we also have a Teespring store where we sell official Ringside Society merchandise. Valentine's Day is coming up, so we have the Ringside Society Valentine's Day apparel. That's right. We have T-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, long sleeve shirts. We even have coffee. We even have coffee mugs for your favorite warm beverage. Definitely make sure y'all check us out. Cop some merch. All proceeds go back into keeping our show afloat. And for all of our Louisiana viewers and watchers, we have something special for y'all. Just dropped. We have the Ringside Society Mardi Gras apparel as well too. So we have the Mardi Gras colors for our logo as well. So definitely check that out and support us. Like I said, we're not just doing this for us. We're definitely just doing this for our love of the game and the passion that we have for it. And with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. We really and truly appreciate it. Before I go any further, Miguel Del Barrio, don't go too far, sir. We'd like to hear from you and your daughter. Y'all are doing great things as well. So just look out for a DM from us in the very, very near future.
Coach.
But with that being said, to those of y'all that tune in tonight, thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. We strive on being one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan should and could listen to, and we'll continue to do so. To those of y'all that are listening later on, we get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we'd go away. Well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
Heck yeah.
They come through us and stop them.
And with that being said, we just want to let everybody know that it's no secret to us. Everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. So with that being said, hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for Salem Gray and Damian Gray, the brothers Gray, who are going to do big business here in pro wrestling.
Woo!
What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
Right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And with that being said, we will be back later on, as a matter of fact, tomorrow, with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we just want y'all to say goodbye.
Uh-oh.
And no, that's no. What you're gonna do when Remy Blue and Rob? No. Not copyright. Oh, here it is. If you smell what the worldwide star. No. That's not. What am I saying? I'm getting old. Oh, we just have 4 favors for y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.